Okay, so I took Grounded Sap's personality quiz recently, and it gave me the Jerboa as the result. So I decided, why not show off the Jerboa? You never get to see this thing used because it's absolutely terrible. And who would ever use a terrible scaler? Like, scaling is kind of lame anyway, so if it's not going to work, doesn't have too much of a purpose. But that's not going to stop me from trying it. I'll have the like answers or just me taking the quiz after the actual run itself. And in the meantime, yeah, so if you don't know the Jerboa's ability, which I wouldn't even blame you if you don't know, it's every time you feed it an apple, it gives +1/+1 to the rest of their team. So the only problem with that is that you are not going to find apples late game. So, like, what is really the purpose of having this guy? You're going to be able to scale for like a couple turns, and then it kind of just like falls off a cliff, and you never really get to use it again. But hey, Mouse is a perfect synergy with it, so that's pretty nice. And of course, you can freeze apples. In the meantime, I'm just going for the tier 4 Lotto strat as if I'm playing a puppy pack 1v1 here. And yeah, just trying to get some good abilities. Maybe get like a skunk or something along with the Jerboa so that maybe I'll have a chance at actually winning in the late game. It's yeah, so the team tournament is going on. I'll probably be playing Tyler today, or the day that this is uploaded, for the first match for our team. Should be pretty exciting. It's best of 5. We'll see how it goes. Probably like a slight favorite, but overall pretty happy with the team. You can follow like the matchups and results in SAP Dojo. I think that's publicly accessible to everyone, and that's the main thing that's like is going on right now. Really keeps the competitive scene alive. It's really such a great event. So finally got early Jerboa. I can't tell you how many runs in a row I didn't get early Jerboa when I went Lotto. Like probably 5 in a row where I had like 3 or 4 level ups every time and just like not a single time got early Jerboa. So it took a whole bunch of runs for no reason to get this guy. And now it's a little awkward because I have a level 1.5 and a level 2 mouse. So I would ideally get the level up, of course, and then start scaling and sell them to actually scale things. But I also need to find things to scale. Skunk, again, going to be great. And a beta fish, probably just rather pill it immediately. But luckily going to win this round. And then I can actually use the free apples, buy it on the Jerboa, and hopefully things go well. Weasel should also be a decent buff target, just a swan pretty much, and slightly better base stats. I did mix up the positioning. I mean, surely there's not going to be a team that's not going to be able to get through the front 2 units, right? Just kidding. That's exactly what happens here. I remember this round. I was like, wow, I actually didn't get the gold from Weasel. Maybe I should have just put you in front. But level 1 Jerboa, not very good. But hey, level 2 Jerboa, if you happen to high roll it, like in this case, maybe there's something to this. If you can find enough apples, like that is some pretty decent stats early on. There's an eagle and a pill, so I just decided to sell the weasel. So not really a great weasel buy there, but I can't resist pilling an eagle on turn 7, or I guess it's going to be turn 8. Just like the potential is so good. There's so many good things you can get. Like you could see German Shepherd, you could see a cat, you could see a T-Rex, you can see a I thought it was a Highland cow for some reason. Okay. A pteranodon. Maybe not the greatest, but hey, blobfish pills are pretty easy to come by at the moment, so that's going to be huge value because that's instant level 2. That is so beautiful, and it's 4/4, just becomes so valuable. So as long as I can find a bunch of blobfish pills, this pteranodon is actually amazing. And gonna lose that round, unfortunately. Yeah, I had quite a few runs, even where I forced Jerboa, that did not go super well. Okay, there's the early Highland Cow. I remember I had Highland Cow in this run. It's just I thought I got it on turn 8. But I don't want to accidentally override it because the triple apple does replace one thing in the shop. So going to go ahead and buy the Highland Cow. And yeah, I guess the turkey is not going to happen. I would have to get rid of the blobfish, which I don't want to do. And look at that. +6/+6. You just love to see it. Level 3 mouse sell onto a level 2 Jerboa is just so perfect. And there's a pill. That should just be instant, either level 2 Highland Cow or level 2 Skunk. And it's actually better to do it this turn because I instantly get the level 2, so that's going to double the trumpets. And 22 trumpets is pretty solid early on. Yeah, definitely a pretty decent team. T-Rex, not the greatest synergy with Jerboa. Then again, it's not like I'm going to be finding many apples at this point anyway. The annoying thing about mouse is that you have to have room to actually buy sell the mouse, which means you're only going to be buffing 3 things instead of 4 in order to actually double your odds of getting apples. Or actually, it's not exactly double because You have a higher chance of finding chocolates. So I say, yeah, it's going to be the same for apples. Slightly better odds to find an apple than actually a mouse in the shop. Once you hit turn 11, at least. I don't know about earlier on. It's probably better odds to find a mouse before that. I probably should do the math, but like sometimes statistics are a thing, and I just choose to ignore them. Only when it's for my benefits. But at this point, yeah, the Pteranodon pill is not going to be super likely. Just kidding. I hit it instantly. That's perfect. And then I'll end probably with a Zebra Biocell, end on either T-Rex or Pteranodon, or actually that's perfect, Stegosaurus just for the extra stats. Because yeah, level 2 Pteranodon, there's not really a purpose in going for that. I don't actually have any Fates abilities. This was purely for the Blobfish. And maybe I should have gotten T-Rex. Would be somewhat useful, but level 1 T-Rex scaling, not always that amazing. I don't think I actually have Pepper in this pack, so it could be an issue. Right now, Highland Cow just absolutely carrying me. And there's an apple, +3/+3. You love to see it. When do you ever get to see someone buy an apple on a level 3 Jerboa? It just doesn't happen. And is buffing a Highland Cow and a Skunk. A double cow is amazing. Going to be able to get this guy to actually have some decent HP. Also going to get a 33/33 Golden Retriever spawn. And then just going to slot in a Leopard. Maybe I'll somehow find a bunch more apples and actually get to scale it, but pretty unlikely. The Skunk, level 2 Skunk just is carrying the team. Really probably would have lost so many rounds if not for this Skunk. Another Chocolate, I guess I could go for level 2 Leopard, but it doesn't really do all that much, so I guess going for level 3 Skunk could actually be useful. Because the Leopard is only dealing 5 damage. So if I actually get level 3 Skunk, there's a chance that the Leopard could snipe it, and that's just a beautiful little combo, especially if I get level 2. There's a German Shepherd 1-up. I had a few runs where I actually did go for German Shepherd, but it still did not work because I ran into a bunch of like Nurse Shark teams or another German Shepherd team that beat my German Shepherd team. And look at that, the Skunk making a huge difference once again, and the rest of the team pretty weak, so nice, getting pretty lucky with the matchup. And there's double Tiger, so I guess I could, oh my god, triple Tiger. I could sell the Pteranodon if I really wanted to, since it's not like it's doing anything anyway. But the thing is, like, is it really worth 6 extra damage? The main thing is the level 3 Skunk. Like, I guess it would be worth it just because I have level 3 Skunk. And the Rhino luckily popped the Pepper there. Otherwise, could have had some problems. Getting to 9 wins with this. So yeah, I probably should sell Pteranodon, even if it's only for like 6 extra damage. Chocolates doesn't really help out here. Not going to get any level 3. Okay, just deciding to pair the Highland Cow. Oh, and run into another apple. Super lucky. What are the actual odds? I should really know this. +3/+3 to the entire team. That's just a beautiful sight to see. That is so efficient. And you get the +1/+1 from the apple. Don't want to forget about that. So level 3 Skunk. Did not hit the Bison, but that's alright. Not anything too crazy from the spawns, and the Golden Retriever is going to win me the rest of the game. So there we go, 10 wins with the level 3 Jerboa team. Actually pretty fun, but also pretty bad. I would say Skunk was actually carrying me. Anyway, here's the quiz. Okay, so here's Grounded SAP's SAP personality quiz. Take a quiz and find out which pet fits your personality the best. Not gonna lie, I already took this without recording, so I'm just gonna go through the answers really quickly. But what pack do I play the most? That would be Turtle Pack. How do you prefer to pick pets for your team? I try to mix up my choices as much as possible. What attracted you to Super Auto Pets? I saw Northern Lion playing it. I wanted to crush him. Real true. That's back in like September 2021 at this point. But NL definitely one of my favorite streamers. And ended up taking this emoji game way too seriously. How do you describe your Super Auto Pets goals? Winning is the most important thing to me. I mean, I'm just super competitive, and tournaments are usually pretty fun. Well, I mean, they're stressful, but also fun. Feel the constant need to like prove myself for some reason. What type of pet abilities do you gravitate towards the most? Abilities that are... Wait, I think I went the stranger the better. Abilities that will surprise my opponents, also a pretty good one. And, I mean, I like a lot of different stuff. Variety is usually the most fun, I think. What part of the game do you enjoy most? Analyzing, let's see. It's all one cohesive blob of fun. I think that's the answer I went with. A lot of good answers, though. Sometimes it's hard to just pick one. How many of the pet stats and ability do you think you can remember off the top of the head? I know them all inside and out. I've played this game for way too long. Which of these is my favorite scaling method? It would be Komodo. That way you don't have to think about positioning. That is my reasoning. And also, like, you never get to see it, I guess. If you could delete one pet from the game, what would you choose? I chose Octo just because I don't like going against Pack 2 and 1v1 sometimes. So that is my one grievance. Even though it's not like, I mean, it is a really good pet, but there are maybe more broken things. It's hard to say. How do you spend most of your time? I believe I go mostly with versus lobbies, I think. So playing versus mode with a lobby of friends. I mean, that's pushing it, but playing versus mode. And let's reveal our SAP personality. Jerboa, you're just too precious. You believe that everyone deserves a chance to shine, even when they've been completely forgotten about. You want to see others succeed, and you're willing to eat as many apples as it takes to make that happen. The game needs more pets like you. Match accuracy 44%. That seems very generous. I don't know about that one, but I'll take it. It sounds great. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See ya.